I've certainly had my problems with how the final act of My Hero Academia has been written, but I can't say that I wasn't cheering the entire time, because I really was. Chapter 422 opens with Midoriya and Aoyama charging forth, Aoyama falling behind on account of All For One's attack. However, Midoriya continues to charge forth. All For One intends to just fry the heroes with Omnifactor unleashed. After all, he's not outgunned, he still has millions of quirks on him. Shooting a laser at one of the heroes, this is caught by Hagakure and redirected, much like how Shigaraki reflected the lasers of the US Air Force and later Star used them against Shigaraki. To counter, Yaoyorozu generates a railgun and Kaminari is powering it to shoot back at All For One. Misaka would be very proud. Deku is running on fumes, so Class 1A is merely doing everything they can to get Deku to make it to All For One before the embers of One For All end up running out. All For One is increasingly getting pissed off at how these heroes who can barely walk, much less fight, are somehow pressing forward. But then again, that's something All Might never had. Everyone is charging at All For One. Even All For One's hands begin to bleed. We get a montage of heroes and civilians alike cheering on Deku. The final panel before Deku socks All For One is Inko Midoriya, telling her son to do his best, much like how she told him to do his best right before the entrance exam. In fact, the punch is a reference to the entrance exam where Izuku just socks the zero-pointer. And if You Say Run isn't playing when this comes to the anime, well, we riot. There really isn't much to criticize about this chapter in the first place. I feel like Hagakure's light bending and Yaoyorozu and Kaminari's railgun, those are all logical things they can do, and we've seen them build these items before. Well, Yaoyorozu at least, with her many cannons. The problem is that the final act saga itself isn't good. The writing is noticeably poorer in terms of both characterization, themes, and plot. And since stories are meant to build off of each other, it's not good. This feels like a finale, even though the lead-up really doesn't feel like a finale. But honestly, I can't say it's dissatisfying to see All For One get punched. Hopefully the next chapter we don't get a fake out saying, LOL psych, I'm still standing, and I can somehow eat that entire shot just like how Shigaraki ate Amajiki's blast. But those are just my thoughts on the matter. Please consider liking, subscribing, tipping the channel on Ko-fi. This is Cyril signing off.